Hey guys, welcome back to Confessions with Cassidy. I, of course, am Cassidy, and I am so happy to have you back this week. This video is a tough one because many of us have gone through it, but I think I wish I would have had a little bit of advice when I did it the first time, and this is a video about how to handle moving away from home. Before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell if you're feeling extra lovely so you never miss one of my videos. Moving away from home can feel absolutely impossible. The first time I moved away from home, I just turned 18 and I moved from Calgary, Alberta to Manhattan, New York City, and that was intense. I was terrified, but I was so excited, but I was gonna miss my family, and it was just so many emotions all wrapped up into one. I wouldn't have changed it for the world though, which is why I would start with the first point, which is to remember why you are moving. If you're given the opportunity to move away from home, it's probably for a pretty awesome reason. If it's going to school, if it's a job opportunity, if you've met somebody and you fall madly in love and you move to another country, it's normally something that is so exciting and can fill you with just absolute joy. For sure, it is terrifying to leave the comfort of your home and everything you've known. Your family nearby, your grocery store that you always go to, the comforts of being at home. Those are terrifying to leave behind. But you're going to find new things in the new place you're going that are going to be equally as good or even better. If you're moving away for love, that's also so amazing. And I think the best part about that is you actually are moving into a new support system, which not many people have. You know, if you're moving away for school, normally you're alone, and that can be so daunting and so terrifying. So when you are moving for love, you already are like being greeted to a new city with like wide open arms that are so excited to welcome you to this new place. If you're moving for school, I would say the most important thing is to like remember how hard you worked to get accepted there in the first place. You know, you picked this school for a reason. You picked this opportunity for a reason. And for sure, it's so scary, especially when you're young, to be moving away. But this is like the first step into like kind of becoming your own person and having to take care of yourself and being completely welcomed into adulthood. So it's definitely terrifying, but it's going to be amazing. It's so important to remember why you're moving. My second point would be it is always the people, not the place. Your family will always be there for you, no matter what. Your friends, everyone. For the people that are meant to be in your life, absolutely no border will ever matter. I haven't lived at my parents' house since I was 18 years old, and I am closer to my parents today than I probably was when I was 18, because, you know, with moving away from home, they gained such a respect for me to see like how quickly I was able to grow up and become my own woman, and I kind of sympathize with my parents of like having to raise like two girls, and that's so intense and so crazy. But moving away was actually like such a beautiful thing for our relationship, because every time I come home it is just an absolute celebration. And my sister also, she lives in New Zealand, so it's like both their babies flew from the nest as far as possible, and I feel so bad for them, and it sucks, don't get me wrong, but I know that those people are always there. Some of my best friends in the entire world I grew up with in Calgary, and those relationships will last until the end of time, because those are people that are meant to be in my life. And it didn't matter that we went to colleges on different sides of the country. It didn't matter that we all moved away. They are my rocks, and they are the people that matter. So I just genuinely think you always can move home as well. You can always find a new opportunity. But when you are moving away, you don't ever have to be scared that you're going to lose touch with people, because the people that are meant to be in your life will always be there no matter what. My third point would be to create a comfortable space. This is your opportunity, moving away from home, to finally create the room, the apartment, the house that you dreamed of. For me, I always dreamed of having a big, cream, gorgeous couch that was just super aesthetic. And when I got my most recent apartment, Philip wanted to live in a loft. I wanted this cream couch, so we got both. We figured out how to do it, and it's perfect. And it's like this kind of dream opportunity that we are able to create this space together that we've always wanted. So if you're moving into a new dorm, absolutely pick your color palette, pick exactly what you want, and create a space that you feel so comfortable in, because it will make your time wherever you're moving to so much nicer, because you no longer have that comfort of being home, of being at your parents' house. So it's absolutely critical to be able to create that kind of same comfort that you had when you were younger. For me, when I moved to New York, I had this like room scent that smelled like my parents' house. It just made it so comforting to know that there was just a little reminder of home in my place. And it's just a really comforting thing that I would really recommend. It's also a really great opportunity to like be artistic and take risks with your home design and your space design and try something new that maybe you weren't allowed to do at home. You know, paint the walls bright red if you want to, when your mom said absolutely not, so you went with gray. Fill your space with every dream that you could possibly imagine growing up. You know, if you wanted a princess castle bedroom and you didn't get one growing up, do it when you're 22. You know, just like live your truth and take this as an opportunity to really figure out who you are and what you want to become. Now, my fourth and final point is so important. We've obviously talked about like creating a space that reminds you of home and remembering the people from your hometown, but the most important point would be point number 4, which is to dive into your new environment. You are in a new place now, so you can miss home as much as you want, but it'll be so much worse if you do not dive directly into your new city. And if it's going to school, sign up for clubs, sign up for events, because homesickness is 100% real. You're going to miss your family. You're going to miss, you know, the comfort of your childhood bedroom. But it'll be so much easier if you immediately, as soon as you move, create a community of your own. It is so important to find a way for this new city to become home. And if it's not school and you're just moving to a new city, I would definitely like recommend joining a gym or joining like a yoga class or take a painting class on Friday nights. Go to the local bar's karaoke night and just try and create new relationships and create a new community that is 100% for you. At the end of the day, moving away from home can feel impossible. But I hope these steps can kind of make the transition a little bit easier, because it's always nice to have a reminder that home is wherever you make it. And I would never have thought that Berlin was my home. And to be honest, I don't really think it is my forever home. But the person that I'm living with and the person that I'm sharing my life with is my home. And that is the most important thing in the entire world, no matter where I'm living. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're moving away from home, can take some of these points to heart. If you have any questions about my journey about moving away from home, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to make another video about kind of my journey through New York and then eventually moving to Germany. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Mwah!